this motorcycle looks really similar to a bike that we've done a fast lap on before, the MV Agusta Stradale. Well, it is and it isn't. In terms of the Rivale is more of the sportier racer type motorcycle as your hypermotard, whereas this is the Stradale, which is actually based on a sports tourer motorcycle. As you can see, it's got the panniers, it's got about 10 horsepower less, and it's a slightly more comfortable seating position. So in theory, I shouldn't be able to go as quick as I did in the Rivale, but let's see what we can get out of it anyway.
We tested the Stradale on the show a few weeks ago and really enjoyed it as a sport tourer or posh commuter. There's a set of dinky little panniers with built-in lights, a small but surprisingly useful screen, and a broader, more comfortable seat for rider and pillion, though it has to be said the rider's perch is somewhat restricted to give the passenger a bit more room. As Clint said, there's 10 horsepower less in this softer version of the Rivale, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference to the lap time. As always with MV Agusta's 800 triple, there's an absolutely glorious noise. And as always with Clinton, he likes to use a bit of rear brake at turn 1, hence the screeching rear tyre. With a high handlebar, the Stradale should be easy enough to get through the tight stuff at the start of this Red Star Raceway lap. Onto the straight, and he does look like he's struggling just a bit to get tucked in, though the tallish screen does help a bit here. There's absolutely no problem stopping though. Massive Brembo radial calipers see to that quite nicely, thank you. The suspension does have quite a bit of travel, but it's beautifully damped, so it never feels like it's being pushed beyond its limits. With an auto blip down change, you can also drop down through the gears while leaned fully over, which is very handy indeed at a track as twisty as this. And though it's a tourer, it does look good through the fast stuff, and into this final turn, sounds like he's on the power nice and early, and hitting the limiter, so we really know that he's trying hard for a decent lap time.
And the time for the MV Agusta Stradale was 1:36.9 seconds.
And the closest bike to that, surprisingly enough, is an electric one, Zero's SR, which kind of goes to show you how bloody quick that Zero is.
It's actually quite amazing. But what's more surprising, and you've got to have to explain this to me, the MV Agusta Rivale, which is the same bike, same engine, but it's 5 seconds quicker than the Stradale. What gives there?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually, and you're right, 5.5 seconds difference. There's only about 10 horsepower between the two. The Stradale makes 10 horse, 115 as opposed to 125 on the Rivale, so it can't be just down to power. And speaking to Clinton Seller, he said it's to do with that riding position. You can't really move around on the bike as you can on the Rivale, so that restriction doesn't mean, you know, he just can't do what he wants with the bike. So amazing that a riding position can have that much effect.
It is incredible. So it's not just the wind drag from the panniers then?
No, it isn't.
I just thought it.
On that note, I think we'll leave it for this week's bike show. We'll be back again, of course, next week, and we will be testing Aprilia's fantastic new 2.0.